regarding the Mets and Pete Alonso. With the sides far apart, no recent progress in talks, and no clarity about the ultimate outcome, it's truly a coin flip as to whether Pete Alonso will be a New York Met on opening day. What do you think, Harold?
They've made their decision on what they're going to pay him. You want to come back at a lesser rate?
Yeah.
We'd love to have you. But we made our long distance, what was that, 5-year offer? They're not going past 5 years.
Yeah.
And I think that was a stretch at that time. I think it was pressure on the new general manager because Pete has a legacy with the Mets. I get it. He's going to go into the Met Hall of Fame. He's doing great things with the Mets. Mm-hmm. But I think when David Stern took over the team and he started looking at where he was going, Pete Alonso didn't fit. That wasn't his guy. You know, he didn't draft him. He didn't bring him forward. It was the one time he could say, I'm moving on. Okay, I'm making the offer. You guys want to go 5 years? That's not how this guy works.
Yeah.
And so they made the offer. It didn't happen. If Pete comes back, it is going to be 3 years or less.
So one of the first text messages I got when the Mets made the official announcement was from Keith Hernandez, and really long, really genuine text that it meant so much that I immediately actually called Jay Lewis and I said, hey, I want to make sure that this is real. It meant a lot to me for a guy of his stature, what he's done for this organization and the game to reach out and share those kind of words. So I don't think it's hit me. I don't think it's ever going to hit me. I'm incredibly grateful for the honor. I don't take it lightly. I'm humble. And for the organization, the fan base, the city, ownership, Stephen Alex Cohen, to view me in this light, it's something that obviously means a ton to me.
I've always heard good things about Kansas City. One of my Cal State Fullerton coaches who played for Kansas City always would tell me that it's such a sleeper city to play for. And obviously you don't realize it until you actually play for the city, and it definitely lived up to that. The guys in the clubhouse are fantastic. For me to be able to come back and throw to Salvi and Freddie, to have high IQ guys like that calling a game for me, definitely helped me have success on the mound. It just made sense all around. I loved everything about it.
I got a chance to pitch in a couple games down the stretch in my last start. I remember walking off the field and just this sinking feeling in my stomach that it just didn't feel right. I'm sure a lot of guys towards the end of their careers, they think about retiring and shutting it down, and you really want to walk off the field the last time and feel good about it. And a lot of guys don't get that opportunity. I just didn't feel good about it. I felt like I could have done better. I felt like I still had the tools to be a good pitcher in the big leagues, and I think that definitely had a large impact on the decision to play.
The Washington Nationals and Ahmed Rosario agreeing to a one-year, $2 million deal, so the veteran going to the nation's capital.
January the 15th, when he's able to begin that signing period as part of the new international signing bonus class. And what I was told yesterday is that at least one additional team beyond the previously reported group of Dodgers, Padres, Giants, Yankees, Mets, Cubs, Rangers, at least one team in addition to that group has spoken with Roki Sasaki. Now, do we want to call this the mystery team? I'll leave that to the viewer to discern on that. One team that I've been keeping an eye on is Seattle. The Mariners were planning to have Ichiro Suzuki be part of their pitch to Roki Sasaki. Do I think that if he said, hey, Roki, I'd love to speak with you, I think he'd probably have that meeting. And so it would not surprise me in the least, Lauren, if Seattle ends up being a part of this conversation.
We got some sad news to pass along. As yesterday, the Baltimore Orioles announcing that their former pitcher, Brian Matusz, passing away yesterday at the age of 37. Matusz was the 4th overall pick in 2008, spent virtually his entire career with the Baltimore Orioles. He passed away yesterday at the age of 37. We pass along our condolences to Brian Matusz's family and friends.